Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I got an echo going on here. All right. Welcome to our Sunday celebration service. My name is Melissa Tuff. I'm one of the practitioners here at the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral, and it is my great pleasure to introduce you all to our wonderful Big Love Band, who is going to get us started this morning.
Good morning. Please stand and sing with us as we bring you some love this morning. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. I am my source. I am my power. I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. I am everything I need. Gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. I am everything I need.
You guys are awful festive today. I love it. So once again, my name is Melissa Tuff, and I am a practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral, and I am here to remind you that wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're welcome here. We believe that we are co-creators with the divine and that you can change your entire life just by changing your mind. Ernest Holmes is the founder of our philosophy, and we teach the universal truths found in all spiritual teachings, both traditional and contemporary. Please visit our website at cslcapecoral.org for more information on upcoming events, to submit a prayer request, or to send us your comments and questions. And now we are going to, I forgot, we're out of order here. So please join me in affirming our vision statement for our new minister. Our new minister is an energetic, creative, dynamic, charismatic leader who is fun, loving, and kind, a teacher and administrator who inspires our community to greater spiritual heights, prosperity, and joy. And now we'll have another selection from our wonderful Big Love Band.
Okay, I think everybody might know this one, so please join singing with us. We had a couple community members wanting to celebrate our Irish roots, for those of us who have Irish roots. So enjoy. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lit of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, trying to steal your heart away. When Irish
So I'm going to invite you all to stand, and if you're at home, we invite you also to stand and warm up those hands of manifestation as we welcome you and bestow this blessing on one another. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We know who you truly are. You are the spiritual image and likeness of God. We appreciate you, we love you, and we are thankful you are here. Welcome to the center. And now, oh, sorry. You cut me off a little too early. We are going to have a special song today in honor of our beloved Danielle Alberts, who made her transition this week. So thank you to our Big Love Band for pulling this off so quickly.
That's me. That's 3 songs already. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. I was just like sitting there in awe of that whole piece there that I forgot that I was supposed to come up here. Let's give them another round of applause for that. It's beautiful. So I get to share some readings with you. Remember, again, the theme is living in everyday wonder. And the month's theme is play. And today's talk is a spoonful of humor is the medicine. The first reading is from Ernest Holmes' The Philosophy of Emerson, page 89. The laughter of a child is as important to the universe as the creation of a planet. The second one's also Ernest Holmes from Ideas of Power, page 168. There is a laughter of God, let's laugh it. There is a song of the universe, let's sing it. There is a hymn of praise, let's praise it. There is a joy, a beauty, there is a deep, abiding peace, let's experience it. Another quote from Viktor Frankl. He's a Holocaust survivor and author of Man's Search for Meaning. Perhaps you've read that book. I would never have made it if I could not have laughed. It lifted me momentarily out of this horrible situation, just enough to make it livable. And then the final one by Catherine Ripperger Fenwick. Your body cannot heal without play. Your mind cannot heal without laughter. Your soul cannot heal without joy. So I just invite you to take these into prayer with me. Just again, knowing that oneness that is as and all and of all things. That divine God, universe, universal presence, whatever name you have for it, it doesn't matter. It is. It is joy, it is love, it is peace. It is light. And as I know that I am one with that source of joy, peace, and love, I know that is true for everyone sitting right here in this celebration service today. I know that is also true for everyone in our community here and everyone on the planet. And I'm knowing that peace and joy and humor and laughter exist even with everything else going on. It is all a part of that wholeness. And I know that the message that Reverend Gregory has for us today is perfect. It is just what we need to hear. And it is full of play and joy and humor. And I'm so grateful for this community. I'm so grateful to know that we all have this joy, this peace, this love, this humor, this play. And I release these words into the law knowing they have already been done before they were spoken. And so it is. And without further ado, is he coming up on the screen here? We've got Reverend Gregory Toole. And you know him, and you love him. So let's welcome him.
Well, good morning, and thank you, Dawn, for that introduction. And thank you to all who came before me. The Big Love Band, that first song, God is My Source. Wow, such a beautiful rendition of that, and all the other songs as well. And we bless our beloved Danielle Alberts as she takes her soul journey. We bless her on her soul journey. We bless all her family and loved ones, and all of us we hold in love as we grieve and release and let go of this beautiful being that was in our community for a short time, as we say in all of our lives. Every one of us are here for a short time, but we make a difference. So good to be here with you this morning. Thank you also to Melissa Tuff. She does so much for this community, and she was right there with Danielle during her last stages of life. So thank you, Melissa, for being, in our community and being someone who cares and someone who does, as I said, so much for this community. So let's give Melissa Tuff a hand. She does so much for this community. So as it was said, the topic today is a spoonful of laughter is best medicine. And there was much debate or conversation, I should say, amongst the ministers in our movement about whether this talk is the right talk to give today, because these talks are, of course, planned all from like last year, visioning and the topics and everything. And for me, I thought, well, gee, if it's really true, which I know it is, that laughter is the medicine, then wouldn't we need the most amount of medicine during difficult times? So we hold in our hearts all those who are in pain and suffering around the world, particularly today, those in Ukraine. And we dedicate all of the joy that we can summon today, we dedicate it to the people of Ukraine. Because even though joy is our nature and joy is our essence and joy is our natural birthright, it might be hard pressed for someone in that situation, desperation at times to summon it. So we're going to, all the joy that we experience today, we're going to really send that forth to the people in Ukraine, knowing again that that is our essence and that is our nature. So let's see. Laughter is the medicine. There's all kinds of studies that show that humor and joy and laughter benefit us on so many levels. You know, stress being such a contributor to disease and depression and unhappiness, and laughter being that which nullifies that which is the antidote to stress. So many studies, Mayo Clinic and other places have shown that laughter is the answer. And there's a whole movement of laughter yoga that was started by a physician in Mumbai, India, back in, what year was that? Not that it matters so much, but I'll find the year for you. It's anyway, 1995. And now there's like 500 groups around the world that practice laughter yoga. And he says that when they first started, they would come and they would tell jokes to get laughter because they realized laughter. He was a physician and realized that laughter can really be very healing. And so the groups would come together and they would tell jokes and they would laugh. But eventually they ran out of jokes and they got tired of hearing the same jokes. So they said, well, why not just go straight for the laughter? And so in laughter yoga, combining with breathing and other techniques, they just go deep into laughter. And I'll read something that he says, Madan Kataria, which I might be mispronouncing his name, the founder of laughter yoga, says that when you start laughing, your chemistry changes, your physiology changes, your chances to experience happiness are much greater. And laughter yoga is nothing more, I love this, laughter yoga is nothing more than prepping the body and mind for happiness. Prepping the body and mind for happiness. So this morning, let's prep body and mind for happiness. It goes on to say that we, as adults, we tend to laugh from the mind. We use judgments and evaluations about what's funny and what isn't. Children, he says, who laugh much more frequently than adults, laugh from the body. They laugh all the time they're playing. Laughter yoga is based on cultivating your childlike playfulness. We all have a child inside of us waiting to laugh, wanting to play. So laughter is our nature. It is our essence. Joy is our essence, and laughter is a way of expressing that joy. So this morning, I want to, one of the things, as he says, that as adults, we're analyzing and judging, and some of us are, like if you tell a silly joke or a corny joke, some people are like, oh, that wasn't funny. Like you have to, really rise to a certain occasion to get them to laugh. And I want to encourage us to be able to laugh easily, be able to laugh freely like children. Children aren't sitting there analyzing. It's like Kataria says, children laugh from their body. Sometimes we're laughing from our mind, like, let's see, is that funny or not? Oh, that wasn't funny. That didn't meet my high standard of being funny. And perhaps we need to lighten up and release all this mind activity and really allow ourselves to laugh easily. I tend to want to laugh, even if I hear a bad joke, I laugh because it's a bad joke, right? Because I want to laugh, right? I recognize that laughter is healthy and that laughter puts me in touch with my joy. So why would I resist that? Anyone who makes any effort whatsoever to make me laugh, I'm going to laugh. Again, even if it's like I'm laughing because it's corny, or I'm laughing because it's silly, or I'm laughing because it's a terrible joke, right? And laughter, like, could we be easy with our laughter? Could we be easy with our joy? As I thought about laughter as a spiritual practice, because that's what we're really talking about here today, is laughter as a spiritual practice. And when I was contemplating laughter as a spiritual practice and how is laughter a spiritual practice, I was really contemplating what are the times and what is the frame of mind, frame of being that we're in when we're laughing, right? And usually when we're laughing, we feel free. We're in touch with our joy. We're in touch with expansiveness. We've let go of judgments. We've let go of all the rest of it just to allow ourselves to have this experience of laughter. So when I thought about the essence of what it is that we are when we're laughing, it's like it's like a spiritual practice. We've let go. We're free. We're in touch with our joy. This is the essence of spiritual practice. Is surrender and stepping into our freedom and stepping into our joy and aligning with our joy. So laughter would be a beautiful spiritual practice to put us in touch with our true essence. And truly joy as a spiritual quality is not dependent upon anything that is going on in our lives or anything that is going on in the world. That joy is like the peace that passes all human understanding, the joy that passes all human understanding, that joy that is our essence, that joy that is at our center, that would allow us to laugh easily, right? To laugh. And I love that quote that Dawn shared from Viktor Frankl, that if he wasn't able to laugh, he wouldn't have made it through the concentration camps in Nazi Germany, that he would not have made it through the Holocaust had he not been able to laugh. And so this is true for me as well. There's so many situations in my life that were challenging, and laughter was such a key part of moving through them, to be able to laugh at myself, to be able to laugh at life, to be able to laugh at situations. Every day we have a chance to laugh at things, to not take it so seriously, to not go to that place of like, oh no, why me? Oh no, why is this happening? You know, and we can just kind of throw our hands up in a moment of surrender and just laugh and say, how ridiculous is this, right? And just know the higher truth in that moment. I'm going to share with you, I think I've prepped you well enough that you should be ready to laugh at these jokes that I want to share with you this morning here. All right, so these met my standard of, when I read them, laughing, sitting by myself, laughing out loud. So they met that standard for me. And I'm going to invite you to laugh as easily as children do. Laugh as easy as you possibly can because you want to laugh. All right, so here goes with the jokes here. So this first one is about a Zen birthday card. The Zen birthday card said, "Not thinking of you." I'm going to laugh at them myself anyway. There's another story here of a little girl who asked her mother where humans come from. And so her mother told her the Adam and Eve story. And so she then, a little while later, went to her dad and asked him, where do humans come from? And he said that humans come from monkeys. And so the little girl went back to her mother and said, you know, how come daddy gave me a different answer? And the mother said, oh, he gave you the story of his side of the family. And there's a story of a woman who had been on a diet and she was doing really well. And she was out doing errands one day and she realized that her favorite donut shop was on the way of her doing her errands. And so she said, God, if I am meant to have a donut today, there'll be a parking space right in front of the donut store. And sure enough, after 5 times around the block, there was a spot right there. Okay, now for some church humor. These are things that were actually found in church bulletins or in church announcements that had one intended meaning but could also have a second meaning. So listen in here. So this was an announcement. The sermon this morning, Jesus walks on the water. Sermon this evening, searching for Jesus. Another announcement. Ladies, don't forget the rummage sale. It's a chance to get rid of things not worth keeping around the house. Bring your husbands. Another announcement. At the evening service tonight, the sermon topic will be, what is hell? Come early and listen to our choir practice. And finally, one more announcement. The low self-esteem support group will meet Thursday at 7 p.m. Please use the back door. And that's all the jokes I have for you this morning. Except I heard one from another minister this morning that I'll share also. Thank you. I'll give you one more even. I heard a funny one, a cute one this morning from a fellow minister. She said, parallel lines have so much in common, it's a shame they'll never meet. So we want to laugh a lot, right? We want to cultivate this ability to laugh easily, this ability to be in our joy, this ability to laugh every day, to take a practice every day where we laugh at ourselves, we laugh at situations, we laugh at scenarios, we just get in touch with that joy. We want to cultivate that this joy exists in us all the time, regardless of circumstances and conditions. That joy resides in us. And when we can laugh at situations, it's a letting go, it's a surrender, it's a stepping back. It's really a high spiritual practice because it's a stepping back from it all and knowing a greater truth, knowing that God is still on the scene. Or as Joel Goldsmith said, God is on the field, that there is still this presence within us and all around us. And to laugh at situations is to be able to be detached, or not detached, but to let go of attachment, right? So we want to cultivate that. And one of the ways for me, or some of the ways for me that I cultivate that, is I just really breathe into whatever is taking place, breathe into my own being, and be in touch with that place that I experience joy. And so for all of us, I want to invite us to really learn, to really observe, what is it like when you're in your joy? What is it like when you're in your joy, when you're truly in your joy, and take those moments where it's easy for you to be in your joy, and then see if you can be so in touch with that joy, not the external aspect of it, but the internal quality, the internal state of being that is you being in joy. To me, that's really an enlightened state of being when we're in our joy, especially when we're in that unconditional joy, when we're in that joy that is not dependent on circumstances. And so for me, the way I'm always cultivating qualities like that, whether it be peace, whether it be joy, whether it be love, is to really pay attention when I'm naturally in those states, so that I can basically return there at any time of my choosing. And joy has been one that has come somewhat easy for me because I love to laugh, and I've always had a sense of humor, and I kind of grew up in a family where we laughed a lot, and where that's the one guarantee with whatever amount of functionality or dysfunctionality that the family might have. One of the things they're guaranteed at a gathering of my family is that there's going to be a lot of laughter, right? There's going to be a lot of stories. There's going to be a lot of laughter. And laughter has come somewhat easy for me, and joy has come somewhat easy for me, because it's just this essence that I just love to be in. When I was graduating from ministerial school, the quality, we had 7 qualities of God. Each of us, there were 7 of us graduating that year from the particular campus I was part of. And my quality was joy. And when I came to the stage, we were each to come to the stage, and we were to say what our quality was, and then we were to say a few words about that quality. Well, for me, when I came to the stage, I said my quality is joy, and then I didn't say anything else. This joy rose in me so powerfully that it was transmitted to the whole audience, and everyone got it. And before I, could even utter a word, this joy was permeating my being, and this joy was radiating outward. And it was like, yes, that is how I want to live my life. I want to live my life so that joy is just so easily evident in my being. And so when I said earlier that we would send whatever joy, whatever laughter, whatever we tapped this morning to the people in Ukraine, it's like that's the beauty of being in our joy. Like some would say, well, if people are suffering around the world, then we shouldn't be in our joy. It's not right to be in our joy. But if you realize that being in your joy is being in your essence, then it allows you to be a gift to others, because now you can shine your light of joy on others and perhaps inspire their own joy, and if nothing else, touch that place in them at their center, at their core, that is their own nature of joy. So we do the world a much greater service when we're in our joy, when we're in our essence, when we're in our sense of peace, than we do when we're not. This is how we be a gift to the world. How are we going to be a gift to anyone if we're not in our own joy, if we're not in our own sense of love, if we're not in our own sense of peace? So we send forth whatever joy we've experienced this morning. We send that forth to all around the world who might be suffering, who might be hungry, who might be in difficulty, who might be in war conditions. We send that joy to everyone, everywhere. May all beings everywhere be happy. May all beings everywhere be well. May we see the oneness that connects us all. And may war not have a place in our world anymore, simply because we are awakened. We are awakened to our spiritual magnificence, as we say in Centers for Spiritual Living. May we awaken everyone to their spiritual magnificence. May we be so in our joy. May we be so in our peace. May we be so in our essence of love that we transmit that across the entire planet. And all beings everywhere feel it. And weapons are dropped. Separation is dropped. And we finally see that we are one, that we are connected. And I have nothing against my brother or my sister, and they have nothing against me. Thank you so much, and let us turn within for prayer. And so connecting into that place of joy within our being, that natural place of joy that has nothing to do with anything going on in our lives or in the world. Tapping into that place of joy within us, that place of oneness, that place where we recognize our oneness with all of life, where we recognize that God is, that there is one divine essence, one divine life, intelligence, wisdom, wholeness, perfection, that is in, through, and as all that is and every one that is. And it is in this awareness of the truth of our being, of the truth of all being, that I speak my word this morning and declare and know that peace is breaking out all across our planet. And that this morning we are anchoring, we are establishing consciousness of joy, the consciousness of peace, consciousness of love. And in so establishing it, it is rippling out across the world. Everyone, everywhere, at some part of their being right now in this moment, is feeling that truth that we are knowing right here and right now. At some level of each one's being is a place of infinite joy, infinite peace, infinite love. This is our place of agreement. This place that is the true essence of who each one is. And so today, in this moment, right here and right now, we are points of light connecting with all the other, however many 8 billion points of light around the world. As one human family, one human community. And so this morning, we are lifting up this greater truth, and it is rippling out. And peace is abiding, love is abiding, joy is abiding. And this is what prevails. I am so grateful for this truth, so grateful for this awareness, so grateful for all the good that is coming forth right now for each of us and all of us. In gratitude, I release this word. We establish it together with the words, and so it is. Thank you so much. Such interesting times we're living in. It really gives us a chance to practice these teachings, right? To be in that joy, be in that joy. So we've reached our offertory time, and there are receptacles in the sanctuary there, and I believe we might actually even be circulating the basket or plate or however it is there in Cape Coral. I've never been there when we've been circulating anything, so but I believe that might be happening this morning, and this is our opportunity to show gratitude for all that we receive from this community, all the ways we are uplifted, all the ways we are supported, the teaching that we receive here. This is our chance to give back. And so there are so many ways that you can give to your spiritual community. You can text your donation to 239-320-3820. You can send it through PayPal at cslcapecoral.org, or you can go to the website and just hit the donate button, cslcapecoral.org. You can also send a check to our mailing address, Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral, 406 Southeast 24th Avenue, Cape Coral, Florida, 33990. We're so grateful for all the ways that you support this community and allow it to grow and thrive. You can also, through your shopping on Amazon, use the Smile, Amazon.com, and select Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral as your charity of choice, and then a percentage of your purchases go to our center. So I invite you, if it's comfortable for you, to hold your gift in your hand right now, whether you're at home, whether you're in the sanctuary, and thank you to those online as well. And we will say our offertory affirmation together. Today, I know the activity of divine abundance is at work in my life and the life of this center. I give and receive generously as I live in the flow of bountiful good. Thank you so much, and we bless this offering. We know that it goes forth doing so much good in our center, beyond the walls of our center, and out into the world. Thank you. You are a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you to Reverend Gregory for that wonderful message today, just reminding us all to step into our joy, which is ever present. And if you want more ways to step into your joy, we've got lots of fun stuff coming up here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral. So check your email, pick up a flyer in the lobby, or visit our website at cslcapecoral.org to view or register for any of these upcoming events and classes. A big thank you to Hal Lambert. Thank you, Hal, for donating the funds for our volunteer appreciation luncheon that took place last Sunday. Thank you to Pam Lambert for organizing and executing it. And thank you to Karen Gidley, who took care of all of our invitations and RSVPs. We are very grateful for our teams. And today, stick around after the service for our annual meeting. Your Leadership Council will be discussing the status of our spiritual home and our 2021 accomplishments. We'll have some light snacks and stuff for you, so grab something and then come back in here for our meeting. And you can join members of our spiritual community for a hike and picnic lunch on Saturday, March 19th at the Caloosahatchee Regional Park. We will meet at the main entrance at 9:20 to begin our walk. You can bring a lunch and or snacks to share, And for more information, you can speak with Rita or you can visit the registration form on our website. I told you we like to have fun here, and so we're going to step into that joy. And here's another way that you can do that. On Saturday, March 26th, we will be having our quarterly meditation retreat, which is facilitated by our very own Linda Lloyd. And there will also be other practitioners taking place in this. It is just $40, and it will go from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's split into sections if you haven't attended one of our meditation retreats before. So we spend about 45 minutes to an hour on each subject. And we'll have different methods of meditation, and we'll have some light refreshments. So come on out and relax, refresh, and reboot your spirit. And we are going to have the crystal bowls again. So come out. Even if you only come for that, for me, that's the best part of my meditations. I love crystal bowls. So I know I'll be here, and I hope to see all of you. And we have another certificated class coming up. It is going to be facilitated by Reverend Gregory and John Coriel, one of our practitioners here. And so this is the power of decision. Excuse me. This is going to be another hybrid class. So we're going to offer in-person and online simultaneously. And this will be for 8 Wednesdays beginning March 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. It is a $249 investment, which includes your workbook, your certificate from CSL Home Office, and it counts towards practitioner training prerequisites if you're on that path, or it can count for CEUs. And so for this class, you will learn in eight weeks how you are meant to be a powerful manifester, releasing any blockages to your divine inheritance. You'll uncover how worry has created the negative situations in your life and how to shift that paradigm. You'll discover how to move your focus from the past to the present moment of unlimited possibilities. You'll learn how to think right so you can be one who changes the world. You'll improve your life by seeing yourself as greater than you are. You will also redirect your energy from a problem focus to seeing yourself as intelligence and action. You will start creating heaven on earth by focusing on what you do want rather than what you don't want. You'll decide right now on the ideas and situations that are no longer of benefit to you, and you'll know what you want, decide it shall happen, and act upon the decision. So I know I am very excited for this class, and if you're interested in registering, you can do that on our website. And do not let the cost be prohibitive of you taking this class. If you would like to make some payment arrangements or you want to work something else out, speak with me and we will get you set up, because classes are so important. And I'm speaking from experience here because I came in as a newbie, hadn't taken any CSL classes, and I can tell you it's completely transformed my life. So hope to see you guys at the Power of Decision. It will be a great class with Reverend Gregory and John. And save the date. Our Spring Fling fundraiser is Saturday, April 23rd from 7 to 9 p.m. And we are accepting donations for our chants and silent auctions. And so we usually ask you, go through your wallets and your purses. If you have any gift cards that maybe somebody gave you for a holiday and you're not using, you can bring those in. If you live in a community that offers golf and things like that, we like to accept donations. They're all going to be tax deductible, so I can give you the tax forms for that. And I will also have a letter typed up if you need to give the letter to somebody to just ask for the donations. I'm happy to help you with all of that because fundraising is my jam. And so I like to get out in the community and get us all sorts of stuff to really improve our center and continue to give back to our local communities as well. So come and join us for the Spring Fling fundraiser. And our food drive is continuing, so you can drop off your non-perishable donations on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 2, Wednesdays during midweek tune-up, or on Sunday mornings. We appreciate your continued support. And don't leave here today without your 1-minute miracle. Our practitioners will be in front of the stage following service, and they are available to pray with and for you. And believe me, we love to pray. So please take advantage of that and meet with one of our practitioners so that we can pray you up before you go out into the world today. And now it's time for Standing in the Light. So I invite you all to stand up right now. Our practitioners are going to make their way to the front of the room. And when we stand in the light, we stand knowing the truth of a situation. We claim the outcome that we wish to see and not the problem. And so I am standing in the light for the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral, my spiritual home. Seeing that right and perfect minister is seeking us just as we are seeking them. And I am just knowing that we are all in perfect alignment with this new person who is coming to lead, teach, and grow our spiritual community. Standing in the light for Danielle. Standing in the light for Cindy. Standing in the light for Gio and his parents. Standing in the light for Paul White. Standing in the light for Chuck. Standing in the light for Ben and Gail. Standing in the light for the family and friends of John Sylvester, who also made his transition this week. And I'm standing in the light for all of the unspoken prayers. And if you're joining us from home, I invite you to comment what you're standing in the light for in the comment section, and our practitioners will stand with you throughout the week. And so at this time, I invite you to all speak your name into this sacred space. Melissa. And so I am just knowing that each one here and beyond is that divine beacon of light, that spot where God shows up in the world in big, unique, magnificent ways. And I am just knowing that each one here is a blessing and is blessed. And as we go forth into the world to do great works, creating that world that works for everyone, we're creating that ripple effect. And our joy, our prosperity, our love, our harmony is contagious and infectious. And I just am so very grateful for these truths, this divine download, this knowledge, knowing that my word is done to me as I will it to be. And so it is in that spirit of gratitude, I release my word to the law, the one mind, the one source, knowing that the highest and best is truly at hand, and love, joy, and peace are the order of the day. And so together we claim this by saying, and so it is.
We let love wash over. We let it be. We let peace. We let the peace wash over. joy.